Okay, I'm back. We had to go and find my screwdriver. Shop's a wreck. So what I have here is this specialty sort of screwdriver. So you can see there, don't have a head on it. Not really a point. Really fat. And that is because these guys, you don't want to strip. Like I said, I've done had this off once by myself. So yours might not be as easy, especially it being an 81. But if you go by the smack ratchet, impact ratchet, I believe it's technical term. Okay, now the tricky guy here. See if I can show you. It might look like it's on an angle, but when you do this yourself, you'll see how bad of a not angle straight this is. I've done have mine off before, so hopefully this won't cause me a problem again. We're just going around and cracking them loose right now. Alright, so we remove that guy too. So right now we have them all loose. I am going to go and get my fancy gun. Okay, so we're back again with my fancy tool. This is just because I don't like to just sit there and do this with each bolt. They are sort of long. I don't want to do that by hand. That's all. Some of them are short. But none of them need to fall in our oil drain that we have down here. I do have a pan under here because it is getting wet. Long one. So we can't get that middle one. Oh, that didn't sound good, did it, guys? Short one. Simply let you know what you're gonna get. Hey, that's a medium one. Short one. And I'm not putting them in any order when I take them out because they can only kind of go in one way. If it's too long, it'll poke out. If it's too short, it won't grab. There you go. To give you an idea, we have a long one with what we call chamfered. The threads. So once you put this in, it may grab a little bit, but not a lot. You'll feel it go, and then you grab like one or two threads. No good. It should grab a lot of threads. And this will just poke out if it's too long. So, putting all those bolts off together to the side. And the cover. Dong. Okay, so what I found up here, up top, oh, I can't see me. Up top here, we have where your cord's coming from under, I think it's the primary, not 100% yet, primary, whatever. You have wires coming up and above and on top of your cover. Don't damage these wires here, but in between this cover and the actual motor, there's little prop points. Be very, very careful how we do this. But we're gonna grab ourselves a little screwdriver because it's hard to get anything else up in here. We're gonna see if we can't. Do you see that? I just pried it very gently because this is aluminum. You can snap this guy off right here. Be gentle. It moved. So we're gonna see what we can do by hand. Did you get that? We're gonna back you up so we have a bit of a better idea of how we're doing stuff here. So it's dripping oil like a son bitch. And now, before we go any further, I just broke it free. We pulled it forward and all that stuff because this arm here, this little arm, y'all, needs to stay inside the motor. So as we pull this cover forward, we need to push this arm, make sure it don't go nowhere. Wait, I want to stop right now and say this too. This thing here, your clutch arm, it's probably full of crap, trash, debris. So if your seal's already good, and keep from ruining this seal, we're going to clean this shaft off. See this shaft? We're going to clean it off. Because the seal, right now, is good. So we're just going to wipe all that junk off of it, that's all. Oh, see that? I almost pulled it off. The whole time we're like scratching it back and forth. Keep your thumb on this. So you'll pull it out of the motor. It's probably okay to pull it out the motor, but again, I can't find no information on this, so I don't know if it's okay to pull it out the motor. But I know it's okay inside the motor, so we're gonna keep it inside the motor. Also clean it off pretty good. I'm just getting the chunks of oil and stuff like that. You're gonna slowly work it from the top here. Oops. And you get the bottom shaft here, we're prying it from. Okay, now, once we got to this point, you pull it all the way forward. With it being straight, leveled, it's gonna hit the frame and not wanna go any further. So what we have to do is pull it off of this one first, pivot it, and then we'll have enough room to pull it all the way off of this final shaft. Get you a little closer so you can see as I do this. We're just going to try to lean it while pushing, keeping that shaft in is how I'm doing this, and then we're going to rotate this whole plate, and that should give you enough room here on the bottom to clear that frame so we can pull. We're seeing that it was normally a little bit over, we pulled it just, turned it to get it past that frame. And as we ever gently at the very end here, those little splines. So we'll be gentle. Oh, see? Learning. Neutral safety switch plug. It just pops right on off. See that neutral safety plug we just popped off. But there's our stuff. So we're gonna let this drain. We're gonna first deal with this plate over at this bench, and then we'll clean all this up. So here we are, back at the workbench with the plate. So this is the plate on the inside. This is this would be the back way, is exactly how you would pull it off. This is the guy we're after. But for me, upon inspecting my seal here, it looked like was installed, the O-ring like folded over and didn't seal properly. So I think I might keep my seal in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it in there. And if it does leak, we have to fix it. So I'm gonna let mine go, but still gonna show you the process of how to beat it out, swap it out, and do all that kind of stuff. So first we need to find a piece of wood to support this as we smack on it. Just so happens I have these things that I kind of use for stuff like this. This is what, mainly because I have a lower car and it's meant to help your lower car get off the ground, but it does this wonderful thing too. So I also have this guy, so you can flip it and it gets you just a little bit, or it gets you a whole lot, or we can flip it over this way and get a little bit, or a little bit more, or a little bit more. How are we going to do this? So, we're going to come over here and try to find a positioning to this stuff that I like. How to, well, you can get it straightforward out, so we'll just do it solid, flat. You can do this with any 2x4, anything you have, and such. So when we are beating this, we are going to make sure you hit the outside, the middle copper spot, not that center rubber. It just blow right through and it won't come out. So we gotta make sure we hit the outside, but not the case. So you're gonna go and find yourself a socket. I think it's a 12 or so, not sure. Hang on. Okay. So I found the socket. So a socket I like to use are always these long, deep weld sockets. If you use a short, stubby socket, you tend to try to smack your fingers, and it's just not good. So I like to use these. Also, you have two sides here. See how not so much wall we have to use here? Bam! Look at all of that meatiness we can use. So that's how we like to use it. Face down. Now, there we go. We got a hammer. And my hammer. And see, it's bigger. So what you do is you put it right on there like that. And how I figured out this fit, by the way, is you put it on there and you move it around. And see, does it slide off or does it hit the edges? And this will slide a little bit, but it also hits the edges. So that's how to determine this fits. So yeah, you're gonna slow down here, you give her some pop, 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 and boom, it'll fall out. Getting it out's not the hard part. Getting it back in is the trickiness. This is where my plate and board and tricky things come into play. Because I have this, like, away, I don't know which way I had it. Something like that. So we're trying to get this plate flat while trying to keep everything level. You want as much under the hole that you're trying to hit as possible, but we have this little bit here that won't let us just put a piece of wood straight across and be all nice. So you can only get it into here per se, see what I mean? So that's what we're doing with our fancy block. We're trying to find that spot. So once you have that there, and you will grab your new one and you will try to fit it in there the best you can. Push it a little bit, try to get it in there. The worst thing you want it is to cock. We try not to let that happen. So when we do put our new one in, we are hitting on the very back side of the metal. We don't want to hit the rubber. It's going to damage it. Again, I love the back side of sockets. We're going to find a socket that kind of fits the whole hole, and we'll hit as much down as we can. What you can do is you can practice it up onto your socket that you found. And I'll like this socket. So you'll get your new guy in there. After you're done pressed it in a little bit, you give it just a little bit of taps, ta 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 ta, and see where we're at. Little by little. Ta ta ta, look, ta ta ta, look. And you're trying to make sure it just doesn't cocking, no good. So once you get that in there, we're going to get that flush. See how this one is flat with the metal around it. Ow, I just got myself. Oh well, but it's gotta be flush. Don't want it too deep, don't want it protruding out. Flush. And you'll notice on the other side as well, it is flush. And that'll be how you can replace those. I recommend while you're here, so you never have this issue, replace this guy and replace your shifter push rod and output bearing. I've been having a problem trying to find this one though. Yeah, I've done ordered like 4 different output shafts bearings for 81 KZ 1000, and none of them are this big. They're all smaller. But now we're that done. I have went through the purpose of picking off some of the RTV because I pulled this apart first time and the gasket didn't work as well back together. So anyway, we are going to RTV it back together because I just don't have a gasket. I recommend you buying all 3 singles and this gasket. The gasket, I think it was like $6 or something like that. Hang on, I'll get you the right price on that. Alright, so I'm back with what I ordered. This. See if you can see here, I ordered transmission cover gasket for the KZ1000J model, $10.72. Push rod clutch for the KZ, $2.75. The shifter shaft, $3.95. Now that is the O-ring that we're replacing. That's the oil seal shifter shaft, 11 by 20 by 5, $3.95. And then I tried to get the output shaft seal and speedo drive, and I got an oil filter with this thing and some exhaust gaskets, because with this one I have the aftermarket headers. The aftermarket headers run under the motor right where the oil filter would go. Go figure, huh? So you gotta drop the exhaust to be able to change your oil filter. So I just went ahead and replaced all the gaskets in the exhaust while I had the header off, changed the filter, put the gaskets on, put the oil back together. More new, so I don't have to get back in there and do it again, hopefully. And all of this good bit, if y'all can see here, all of that cost me $51. But there is listings of stuff. Also, where I got it. See, One Enterprises Vintage. Love these guys. Without these guys, I probably wouldn't be able to keep this thing running. I don't know where to find seals and gaskets. Are you kidding me? But there you go. That was one of my orders. Okay, so now you're going to clean up the bike and RTV this. We'll be back at the bike. Alright, so back at the bike. So I'm simply going to around the edges here, take a razor blade and scraping the old gasket off. It's not fun doing so, but this is what must be done. Doing a very good job, and you're trying to keep anything from falling inside of this motor. I'm gonna grab a dirty rag that I can find. Ow. Damn, I just pounded the shit out of that razor blade. Y'all see that? Be careful. Jesus. Wow. Okay. So, covering should leave some of it. We continue to ever so gracefully slide the blade across, and if all luck prevails, you can try to get it in one piece. Looking at other places, you want to really make sure you get this bottom bit here cleaned up, because that's where most of the oil is going to be sitting. It's, from what I can tell, it looks like the oil level's chills about somewhere around here. That don't mean go easy, just gives you an idea where you need to super clean. Yeah, I couldn't believe every time I went to go YouTube something or what have you, of this bike, I can only find some old people who've made it into like a drag bike and keeps revving it up and to do a walk by of it idling, and it's in like this either really good shape or dragster style or crazy paint job. I couldn't find just freaking maintenance, man. It's 81. This thing is 39 years old today because it is 2019. It is 39 years old. And I love this bike. And my first street bike. I love it. It has taken care of me. I put in one season, last season, I put 3,000 miles on it. It was a short season. I got it kind of late, but love it. So we're gonna keep her going. Now, another thing to do, I've done, is this shaft here. Since we pulled it off before, we were replacing that seal, so we didn't care about it. But then when we go to put it back on, we do care about this new seal that we put on. So I took some sandpaper. I think it was like 300 or higher, what have you. There's some fine grit sandpaper and run across this. I had the sandpaper all the way across this shaft. Because you don't want rust or anything like that that's pitted. That's going to cause this to rip your seal when you shove the plate on. See if I can show you. I'm gonna find the camera. Okay. Focus up, camera. I have two little nicks here that you can see. I was worried it was going to hurt my seal, so I had to sand those down. And that's just where, I don't know, taking it off, moving it, somebody trying to use a screwdriver before me, what have you. That happened. So we are now get to do the fun part of our TV and this stuff. Oh. Hey. Go bike and this plate. I recommend some gloves, but I can't find them. I don't care to look. You gotta ride, so just do that. When I'm applying my TV, I'm not trying to do a liberal coat. When you mash it on there, it mushrooming out will do a good bit of the coverage. So I'm just kind of squirting and dabbing, making sure it's kind of consistently thick in every place. We don't want too much. Too much will cause a problem. If it mushrooms, then when it mushrooms out and it goes in, highest chance it will fall off and go up inside there. We don't want that. So when you get the minimum amount of mush as possible, you have the highest chance of not having a problem. And that will cause a problem. I've been in shops where you pull the oil pan off and inside the pickup tube, completely trashed. Full of these little bitty rips of RTV where somebody was picking apart the motor and it's falling inside of the motor and didn't care or didn't tell the customer. I don't know what they did. We fixed it. So now we have it all together. I have this on here. I'm going to do just a little bit more. Keep in mind where the oil is going to be sitting most of its life, and it's going to be sitting on this plate at the very bottom while it's on its kickstand, sitting in your garage, sitting in the parking lot, most of its life. So you want to try to double check on that stuff. Now, something I'm going to do is go around. I got here me some oil. Little tube, put it in bikes. Fucking amazing. I recommend anybody to get one because it makes pouring oil so much easier. Otherwise, you have this issue. I'll show you what it is. This is pump. This little pump. You stick it in any bottle, gallon, or quart, and it will pump your fluid into wherever the hell you need it to. So, Got me some trusty old motor oil. We're gonna lube the living shit out of these here seals that we just did, because you don't want dry metal pushing on this kind of toughish rubber. It's rubber, it will move, but it's also designed not to move too much. So we're gonna put all this kind of lubey stuff on here, but that's not all. We're gonna lube this guy up here. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Oh, you can see a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna lube this whole shaft. A generous portion of lube. This is where all of our troubles can come. All that hard work that you're like, yeah, goes crashing down when you rip the seal and you shove that bad boy on there. No bueno. Ask me how I know.
I have a go-kart, but it's me.
Neighbors. I live in a very friendly neighborhood. If you haven't recognized. Alright, you see I got some oil dripping down here. We gotta handle that drill before we put this guy on here. We're going to grab this rag. We're going to suck up as much of this oil down here as we can so it don't drain down while we're trying to shove it on here and while we're trying to let it dry. Oil is not our TV's friend. Not at all. When you're trying to place it, when it's trying to dry, it just does not like oil. It won't stick to anything covered in oil. If oil runs into it, it tends to not work. So, hang on, I'll show you this idea. This trick. Right back. Okay, so remember our little plates we had? If we back you up a bit down here on our kickstand, if you put this piece of wood, there's also another reason I have it. It has different levels. You can straighten your bike up, put it under there until you find the right little pipe. For me, it's 2 of these guys. I could probably go to 4. Yeah, we'll go to 3. Okay, so 3 of these guys, and it gets it kind of more leveled up, because with the bike leaning, all the wheels constantly want to come out of here. Some of the bike's a little bit more standing up. Now we can continue to go back into here. Oh, where'd you go? There you are. And we're going to wipe all this oil out, and we'll just put that plate there and make the motor stand up to try to keep this oil from running down into our RTV while it is trying to dry, while I'm trying to install it, and so forth. So I'm adding another coat of lube oil, motor oil, on all this very, very important parts in hopes it not cause me no problem going on. Here we go. So we got our plate with all the RTV that we just did. And remember how you took it off? You gotta put it on the same way. That means at an angle. So you start at an angle, very calmly, smoothly. We slide this over. Oh. Okay. Having a bit of a problem because my seal wants to buckle inwards and backwards. Oh shit, I got my fingers all over more TV. We're headed downhill, Captain. Shut up, we can make it out work. See what I did, guys? I didn't turn it properly. Now we're just reversing the process of things we did. And in hopes it works. This seal's a fun one too because it wants to buckle backwards. And we gotta make sure she don't do that. We work with it, we play with it, and we're good at to go. Put it back together, tighten it all up. Let's see what happens. Move the camera in the middle of all that. It's kind of an ordeal. Oh, it's one of those hard things to kind of record as you work. Okay, so we do have one super duper long one. We'll just put them all on and see which one's the super duper long one. Well, super duper long one goes in this corner. Super duper long one. I mean, I'm just figuring them out. There's only so many positions they can go. And once you put it in, you give it a few turns, squeak, 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 and we can kind of look and see which ones are poking out more than the next guy, and that guy probably don't fit there. But if you give it a couple turns, they all look about the same. They probably fit there. Oh boy. I think it's still leaking. We'll be back after these short messages. Okay, so back at the table with my plate back off. To what I thought was still a good thing. Well, you might not be able to see this on camera as well, but can you see the hole? You're not supposed to be able to see through. It's really damn over. It's split. Put it on the shaft. Like I said, will probably happen. So now I do get to show you how to replace this. 14, like we established earlier, with your fat end down. We're gonna give her a few taps. Check. It moved. We're good. Tap. You see that? There's almost no movement. That's why I said use a 14. Now we have the dipstick. Let's see if I can show you my problem. So the problem is, there you go. You see that? It split from, the O-ring split from the metal. No good. No bueno. So when you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, it's still steel, it's still rubbery. Yeah, but as soon as you put it the fuck on. So, gosh. I thought this was the case, that's why I bought one. Okay, now, me, before I get to continue on this guy, I'm gonna clean it up. Get rid of some of this. Cause I don't know how much longer this gasket's gonna keep going back and forth, off and on, before it don't wanna work. I'm about to say fuck it, cause I really wanna ride my bike. I think I'm gonna let it slide. Grab our new seal. Where this little guy starts shining, because I'm able to try to keep this, all that extra bit there, try to keep it on the current table, so that perfectly lines up everything. So that's about the way I'm going to try to tap this guy again. There we go, a bike showing up. Here we got selling a bike. Let's go check it out.